Hey everyone, this is Steve Weintraub with Collider, and I am absolutely thrilled to be with part of the cast of The Sandman, and maybe one of the people involved in bringing this amazing comic series graphic novel to life. I have to start with, what is it actually like as a creator, as a showrunner, to try and bring one of the greatest graphic novels of all time to life? Talk a little bit about that.
It was terrifying. But then, you get the chance to actually work with Neil Gaiman one-on-one, who's been my hero since the first issue I read of Sandman. And he was so open and so collaborative and so loving. And coming from Good Omens, he really understood what work needed to be done to bring it to life on screen. And so he really approached it in an inclusive and collaborative way, and gave me and the writers for season 1 permission to really reimagine. What we tried to do is really take the book and expand it. So any scene that we imagined that he'd not been able to put in the comic, we were able to imagine fully, and then bring Neil in on it and give the audience more, hopefully, of what they loved. So it was a gift.
I've seen the first 3 episodes. They're what we call, let me think, real good. I definitely want to know, what is it like for actors being involved in something that is so beloved by, and I know this is a little generic, but I'm actually being very sincere. This material means so much to so many people, and I mean, just so many. And what is it like as actors taking on the responsibility of these roles, knowing like so many people around the planet really effing care?
I think there's a high that comes along with that pressure, that if I fail at this, it's going to be really bad. But if we win, it's going to be a huge win. And I think that's just the excitement that makes a lot of people want to act and get out there and do it in front of a lot of people. And it just goes to say about the source material of how wonderful it is.
I also feel like this has just been aching. Like, people have been aching for it for like 30 years. Like, it's so striking and unique, the comic book. So to finally get that brought to live action, I feel like it's more, instead of the kind of nervousness and anticipation, like I personally feel coming in and sneaking around the sets and looking at the production design and seeing what can, creatively, it's such a unique world. So getting to see that come to life, I kind of just feel buzzed, like thrilled and excited.
Yeah. I mean, we can only... The creative team behind this was really great, and everyone put their hearts into this, and so many people on the production team were fans of it, and we can only hope that we did a good job.
And I think that because Neil is just part of every aspect of this, he's all over it. It's still his voice, it's still what he wanted it to be. So that, for me as an actor anyway, made me feel really secure in what I was doing in the world that we were creating. And you've got Alan's incredible script, so it's like just exciting, a bit of pressure, but super exciting. Yeah.
So I don't want to do any spoilers. As I asked the other group, I'm going to ask you the same question. You guys have 10 episodes in the first season. Which of the 10 was your favorite, or which of the 10 are you most looking forward to the audience seeing?
The buzz around town is episode 5 is quite good. However, I'm not in that, so it's not. Episode 9 for me was just a treat of how they actually pulled off the convention and the type of characters that were there. Yeah, if that's just enough.
Episode 9 is great.
I'm most anticipating 8 and 9. Just simply the same as Boyd said, just, seeing all of the fantastical things that happen at the convention.
I'd genuinely say it's really hard to pick, because I've watched all of them and I think I cried in every one, because they're just such different and human stories. But I think for me, episode 5, Dinah, is so many thoughts and feelings going on for me watching that, and it's beautiful. It's stunning to act visually. It's incredible. So I'm really excited for people to see that.
I'm going to back it with 5, some David Thewlis love going on here. Yeah, I'm going to back it for 5. And the visual images of looking at desire in that red PVC like room, it looks amazing. So I look forward to seeing that in particular.
The Diner episode 24 Hours was the one I was sort of dreading because it's such an iconic issue and I didn't know how we were going to do it on TV. And it ended up being my favorite of all the episodes, just the experience of it. We shot it like a play. We built that diner. We got to rehearse it in a way that we couldn't because of COVID. So it was a really special episode. And our director, Jamie Childs, did an incredible job. So I have a huge soft spot because I feel like that's where we figured out how to make the Sandman TV show was episode 5 from a behind the scenes standpoint.
I have to wrap, but just real fast, I'm going to ask one last thing. We're at Comic-Con, and like everyone here loves to geek out about something. I don't know if you were able to walk the convention floor, but if you could, what's the thing that you would totally go and buy and geek out over?
Anything at the Sideshow booth. I'm a huge Sideshow premium format figure collector, so I was gawking at some of those. Yeah.
Anything anime related, just like anything. I don't know if they had anything from. I don't know if they had any One Piece things, but definitely just.
I'm a huge Stranger Things fan. Love Stranger Things. So yeah.
I'm gonna go broad. I like old like vintage. I need like old vintage posters and scripts and things like that. Broad.
My son, who's 4, is having the time of his life. He's doing a couple costume changes as Spider-Man and Power Rangers. So I think seeing him light up like this is really special.
Everything you guys mentioned, by the way, is on the convention floor. Listen, I have a million other questions, and they are already giving me the hook. I am just going to say I really, really cannot wait to watch the rest of it. I hope it's a massive hit, and you guys get to keep going. And I just want to say thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much. Thank you.